Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Russ back again with some more Madden 19 Ultimate Team. This is episode number 59. In the previous episode, we did end up making a bunch of upgrades and getting a couple wins, so it was a pretty good episode all in all. And this episode, we are continuing the house rules. That is also something we did last episode. The first half of the episode was seasons, the second half was house rules. This episode is completely house rules. The next few episodes will be complete house rules, chaos, fucking annoying non-audible type shit. Yeah, this is the house rules event for non-audibles. A new house rules event just dropped for this week yesterday, and it's duo squads rush TDs. So I don't think I'm going to get that one done. I barely played squad duos. I mean, unless it's like really late at night with my buddy Nemo. Other than that, I don't think I'm going to be able to reel off 6 wins in a row on head-to-head, considering we suck and we usually play the CPU seasons anyway. So, jumping into this game right now, this is the previous house rules event, and Todd Gurley is starting off this game very well. Sometimes I don't even have to do anything with that card. I'm not that great on the stick. I mean, honestly, I'm not that fantastic. It's probably because I have not really practiced all that much. I mean, I stick to my few moves here and there, but I'm not like, juke, spin, and utilize everything. But Todd Gurley makes it seem like I got stick because he breaks so many goddamn tackles, man. But, for real, I usually just like to truck or spin. Those seem to work the best for me, and I do what works. So 3rd and 5, this guy obviously on offense after our score. He's trying to do a little something. His team is not all that great. It's solid. It's like 95s on his top 3, but obviously that's not like a great head-to-head team. When you're going against teams like, honestly, like mine at this point. I feel like mine may be a little bit lower overall, but it's pretty OP in the spots where we are really good. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a little bit biased there. I mean, the only thing that probably doesn't scare people is our quarterback. But you know what? Otto is sneaky good. I'll tell you that much. But 3rd and 16, like I said, this guy's team was not all that great. So, his receivers really didn't get open all that often. He had to take a lot of shots. His right there, Jamal Adams. He just keeps making plays for us, man. I mean, 93 overall. I'm going to be getting him to it. Whoa, that's a pick 6. God damn, he's so fast, man. I didn't even realize that nobody was even close. Like 30 yards, he was gone, man. LT had no chance. I don't know where everybody was on that play. It was probably because that play took way too long, but that Jamal Adams is fast and he is good. But I was going to say when I reach level 80 as he lays a hit stick, I am going to get the 94, 95 overall power-up pass. We are for sure using that in place of the Team of the Year, Jamal Adams. So he will be a 96. I'm also looking to replace my outside linebacker, Sean Taylor, and get the free safety one and powering him up all the way to Ultimate Legend 99, which would be really cool. That would be a badass safety tandem right there with Jamal Adams and Sean Taylor. Considering Sean Taylor's like a 98 and only 500K, I don't know. He just looks really interesting to me. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys want to see. It's just Brian Dawkins. He plays good, but to upgrade him doesn't seem completely worth it. But 2nd and 7, this game does kind of come to an end. That's why I'm pretty much talking over it the entire time. This guy does actually end up quitting right after that fumble. So 14-0, we got the first win of this episode pretty damn easily. So we're going to go ahead and jump into game 2. And this one was, well, definitely interesting. You guys will see why. But just kind of going back to what I was saying before, I am kind of letting you guys know what type of upgrades I want to be making. Obviously if you hear something that maybe sounds dumb, let me know, because I don't know exactly what the market strategy is or where I should use my power-up passes. If there's a specific strategy, I doubt there is. I mean, honestly, it seems pretty straightforward, but if any of you guys know any, I don't know, glitchy-ass players that I should use my power-up pass on instead of like Jamal Adams, even though Jamal Adams I feel like would be insanely glitchy at 96 overall, I don't know. Let me know. But I just want to let you guys know what my thought process is for, team upgrades in the future. Considering that if I'm thinking about replacing Brian Dawkins, this could be some of his last episodes, man. But he has played really well for us at 94 overall. And this game, I can't remember exactly, but I think he ends up making a pretty damn big play in this game. But B-Doc, he has been solid for us. Moving on in this episode now, moving on to the second game, which again ends up being very interesting, and again, you will see why. We start this game off pretty damn well running the ball. Ricky Williams ends up getting a couple carries to start this game. 3rd and 1, we end up throwing it to Todd Gurley because we don't really throw it to Todd Gurley all that much. We should, man. I mean, when we do, it seems like it goes for a good amount of yards. Right there, he goes for 15 plus. 1st and 10, looking all the way downfield, and we find Tyreek Hill on the sideline, actually. I thought I was going to throw it to Doug, but instead I go a little bit riskier route in Tyreek Hill, and we end up getting it and squeezing it in on the sideline. 1st and 10, rolling out all the way to the left. That is obviously the kind of downfall of Otto Graham. He is not as fast as somebody like Mike Vick, but we do end up getting 8 yards out of that play. So, of course, I will take it, and that was just a broken play from the beginning. I let that play action run way too long, man. And obviously no audibles, no changing plays. We were kind of stuck running that play, and it was Franco Harris on a block and release. So, Yeah, wasn't really looking too good. So 3rd and 6, 16 seconds left and counting down here, and I don't know what to say to that specifically. I guess I would say that has happened since Madden 15. It fucking feels like, and it is still in the game. It's the first time it's ever happened to me. I don't even know what to call that, but you guys just saw what happened. Just fuck Madden, man. I mean, what else can I say other than fuck Madden after that? I mean, I was just in awe, dude. We run the ball, we move the ball completely all the way down the field, take out the whole first quarter just for the ball to get shot 50 yards backwards. And I made sure I showed you guys the previous play leading up to that play. You know, between the play, there was nothing different that I did. I didn't do anything dumb. I just let it go to the play call screen, and I picked a play, and I hiked it. It was completely random. So instead of us being up at least 3-0, we're down 7-0, but luckily we do end up tying it up with a bomb to Tyreek Hill. This guy does play Richard Sherman on press coverage and leave his safety. I don't know what he was doing. I don't even know if he manned up Sherman. He was running cover too, but he left Tyreek Hill wide open, obviously a miss by him. So we go all the way down the field, waste the whole first quarter. He gets 7 off of whatever you want to call that play, and then we tie it up. And we're basically in a new ball game at this point. That's how I thought about it, man. You know, when I was playing this game, I was thinking, okay, 2 minutes left, whatever. We'll just think that this game starts with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. That's all it is, because honestly, my first drive got completely wasted, and we tied it in basically one play. So it honestly feels like we scored on our first drive anyway, and this guy may have answered. So Brian Dawkins, I didn't remember correctly. He does end up coming up with a pick on the next drive, and we do get the ball right back. So obviously this dude has not done anything on offense to start, considering that was honestly, and well, realistically, it was his first drive. That was his first drive of the game, even though we've held the ball pretty much the entire game at this point. So 7-7, we do end up throwing it away, and end up throwing it away from inside the pocket. That was a bad play by me. Somebody made a good point, and I think it was dub.w in a YouTube video I watched about using Mike Vick. You know, you're just able to roll out or run backwards and throw the ball away. Like, you can't really do that with autogram with 82 speed. You're going to get caught pretty quickly, if not instantly. So, I mean, we had to throw it away. Unfortunately, it ended up being a legal, or what was it? Intentional grounding. I was about to say a legal forward pass. Intentional grounding, which does end up leading to a punt. So 2nd and 10 on this guy's next drive. Obviously 7-7, a very weird 7-7 score that, let's just pretend it's 0-0. 45 seconds left here in the second quarter. Mike Vick dropping back, looking down the field. I'm sure he's looking at that deep post. Luckily, we end up carrying it up the field. Our safety and corner cover it beautifully, and he has nowhere to go. So with 37 seconds left, 4th and 15, we do have some time to actually move down the field and score. We end up returning the ball with Tyreek Hill. We get a pretty decent return out to the 45-yard line. Calls a timeout for some reason. So 27 seconds left. We can do something, man. So we end up starting with Tyreek Hill. We hit a nice little drag route. Ends up getting us 10 plus. 23 seconds left. Use our first timeout. We find Todd Gurley out the backfield, and that gets us way more than I thought. 10 plus once again. 11 for 12 to start this game with Otto Graham. 1st and 10. Looking over the middle, and we find Tyreek Hill just running wide open, man. His user carried all the way to the right side of the field. We hit the middle. It was too easy. 1st and 10, 9 seconds left and counting down. We find Jerry Rice in the end zone. And that was a beautiful drive before half, man. We end up taking the lead 14-7, which think of it as 7-0 basically, because you got a free score. But 3 seconds left at the end of the second quarter. He ends up running the ball once, ends up running it into half. So 14-7 is the score going into half. Unfortunately, though, we do have to go ahead and kick the ball away. So even with our 7-point lead, this guy still definitely does have a chance to get back in this game. We're just gonna not talk about the play that he got at the beginning anymore. Not gonna even mention it at this point. 14-7, that is the score. We're up by 7. We need to lock the hell up, man. This is house rules. We are going for the win streak. We're going for this pack. We're going for the 6 wins in a row. So I'm really trying here. You know, I'm really trying to stop this dude. I'm trying to seal this win. Trying to get a quick rage quit, honestly. I mean, that was my goal, just to get rage quits. I didn't want to have to sit in 40-minute games trying to win 6 in a row. Or, God forbid, we go 5-0 going through so many games, and then we lose the last one. So right now, we go pure try hard, and this guy starts to move the ball. Obviously, he's running complete base plays, and he actually did a very nice job switching up what plays he was running. He did not run the same few very often. So, I mean, he actually starts to put together a nice drive where he hits me for a decent bit of plays, man, but these are very, very close to being picked. I mean, if I'm a split second, or if I react a split second sooner, a lot of these plays are picks for real. I mean, look at this play right here. I played that horribly, man. I thought one of them was going to carry up the field. They end up both running into the middle. I know that motherfucker would have threw it still, even if I would have bit on that a little bit sooner. So just missed plays by me, missed picks that could have easily been turnovers that I just flat out missed. So right now, 14-14, he does end up punching it in with Ricky Williams. And we need a drive, man. For some reason, I decided to go ahead and start with the play action. I had people open. Actually, I had pretty much everybody open, but I was not able to get it off. And unfortunately, we get sacked to make it 2nd and 17. We run the ball once to make it 3rd and 12. And just like that, we're in 3rd and long. But luckily, I don't know how, but I'm hesitant on throwing the ball to Jerry Rice. Usually, he's my first read on that play, and he was wide open initially. But we end up having to roll out to the right, and Jerry Rice does end up coming up with the catch anyway. So a little bit too dramatic on that 3rd down. Should have been an easy completion to begin with, but we end up finding Jerry nonetheless. 1st and 10, we run the ball with Gurley. Obviously, this is kind of where we go into that workhorse territory, and we want to run this clock. Tied at 14, we will take our field goal, preferably if we can run it down to the 2-minute warning. Maybe make him use his timeouts, hopefully, get 1 or 2 first downs and kick a field goal. We actually have a viable kicker at this point with 90 kick power and 90 accuracy and Morton Anderson. So we can get to like the 36, 37 and be pretty confident. Right now we're at the 34 on 2nd and 7. Calvin Johnson, way to hold on to that ball, man. That would have been tragic. But 3rd and 1, he leaves Todd Gurley wide open. And I'm kind of hesitating on whether I want to go down or whether I want to score. Ultimately, I decided to score, and I think that was the right decision. If I would have went down and had to take my field goal and only taken his timeouts, I feel like it would have been a way worse scenario for some reason than being up by 7, even giving him all his timeouts. Being up by 7 is just better, man. It's just more funny. Force your opponent to score a touchdown. So we end up taking our touchdown. Luckily, again, I was being a little bit hesitant, but we end up ultimately taking it 21-14 with a minute left. I have all the confidence in the world right now. This guy has really not moved the ball on offense except for once, and even then, I feel like he was just a split second away from throwing a user pick, and right here, he almost does it again. I'm just off with my users, man. I'm not reading the right play. My players are not making a play, and right there, B-Dog with pick specials cannot come up with the pick, man. At the 35-yard line, 2nd and 10, Michael Vick rolling out to the right, finding his receiver over the middle. Very good play by him. Ends up running the in route to, I believe that's Keenan Allen. And 1st and 10, he ends up finding, I think that's Shannon Sharp, but Jamal Adams, he's stopping that shit short. We call Jamal Adams the brick wall out here, man. I mean, he does not let anybody get past him. It's right here. Justin Reed, he's not too shabby out of our nickel formation either. He ends up making the stop to make it 3rd and 7. Good play, man. Good play. Deep in route, ends up hitting me with it again. 1st and goal. High point dropped. 2nd and goal. Run stopped. Saquon Barkley is stuffed at the 3. 5 seconds left. 3rd and goal. Goes to the back of the end zone. And it is broken up by Jamal. Wait. They called it a touchdown. They called it a touchdown. Did that not get broken up? Did that not get batted away? But it doesn't matter. 21-20, 2-point conversion to win the game. This guy gets ballsy, goes to the back of the end zone. It is batted at the line by Alan Page. Game over. 21-20. We win this game. Not too much time to talk about that horrible call by the refs on the field. I don't know what that was, man. That was not a catch. I will show you guys a little snippet, like, right before the stats show. It even showed in the post-game, like, whatever, where you go and look at the highlights, that was not a catch. It says Jamal Adams breaks up pass attempt to Randy Moss. It was not a catch. They call it a catch. They give this guy every opportunity to steal a win in this house rules event. He can't do it. We come up with the win. You know what? The stats are showing. I'll show you guys this, or I'll show you guys the thing after the stats are done rolling. It showed that it was not a catch. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to look out for the next one. And as always, I'm out. Peace.